Yo, where you at? Where you at? My homie Lou on the mic. The mother hosts need to stop. They ain't doing it right. If you ain't turned into Lou, what you doing with your life? Conversation so sharp, it ain't your usual night. We got athletes, entrepreneurs, even celebrities. Politicians discuss nationwide discrepancies. Hardcore tackling issues in our community. Spreading all knowledge, creating an opportunity. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou.
Light-skinned Lou. Light-skinned Lou.
What's up, everybody? The Live with Light Skin Lou show is back in the building. Gone for 3 months, but we have made our return. I am Light Skin Lou, and this young lady right here to my left is the lovely, lovely Kiki.
Hey.
First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone out there. And y'all stuck with us through the time we was all. As usual, we got special guests in the building. But before we get started, like I said, I want to thank you guys for sticking by. So strike that like button. And if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Mm-hmm. And now, let me introduce these guys. This first guy is a DMV boxing legend. Coach of TTG Triple Threat Gym, straight out of the DMV area. He is none other than Andrew Council.
Yes, sir.
What's up, my guy? Next up, he's an amateur standout from the Triple Threat Gym with a record of 53-13. He just competed in the 2024 USA Boxing National Tournament, where he is now ranked the number 2 amateur at the 160-pound division. And we back in action February at the local Golden Gloves, straight out of the DMV area. He is none other than Keith Saunders Jr. Oh, man, I am so delighted to have you guys on the show. Keith Saunders Jr. has been a very busy man, as Andrew Council, the trainer of Triple Threat Gym, has been busy as well. Mm-hmm. So, man, come on in here, y'all. Like I said, hit that like button. And if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, man. We about to break this thing down, Drew, like a shotgun, man. Couldn't wait for this moment to happen. First of all, we just go like I said, we just go break it down like a shotgun. I want to start out by saying, Andrew, just tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Andrew Council Jr. Middleweight contender back in the 90s. Right now, I'm just giving back the skill set that I have to my fighters that I have under my wing right now.
Yeah, that's right. You got a lot of them on your wing.
Best coach in the area.
Hands. Hey, look, you said it. I'm going to tell you, man, Andrew Council had a 13-year boxing career. And like you said, he's passing on the knowledge to young guys like Keith Saunders Jr. So Keith Saunders Jr., tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how you got in the box.
How y'all doing? My name is Keith Saunders Jr., 22 years old, ranked number 2, 165 in the country. I got into boxing. My dad was watching boxing with a few of my uncles. I can't remember particularly which fight it was, but it was a Floyd fight for sure. I know it was a Floyd fight. And one day I just asked him, can I get into it? He looked at me. He was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And sooner than later, I was right in the gym.
That's right. I love it. Y'all don't hear these stories nowhere. You're hearing it right here on the Live show.
Were you ever interested in playing any other sports, or did you play any other sports?
Yeah, my first sport was soccer.
Oh wow, okay, soccer.
I would have never guessed that. I would have had $1 million. I would have never guessed that.
Wasn't that Wayne's sport too?
Yes, that was Wayne's sport.
Okay. Wow, yeah, I never would have thought that either. Well, when we last saw you, we saw you up at the gym. You was training for September fight. You got the victory. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You recently went on, like Lou said, you recently went on to the 2024 USA Boxing National Tournament. Now you 53-13. You rank number 2 in the elite 165-pound division. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that's big, man. I'm gonna tell you, dude, people don't understand. Like when you make it to that level, Drew, it's something special about you. You know what I'm saying? You have to have special talents to make it to that level. So I'm gonna ask you, Keith, tell the people out there, tell the audience out there about your experience fighting in a tournament of that magnitude.
That experience, it was a good experience. My first time, I could say, going into nationals, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what to expect, being back, from my layoff. But my second time around, I felt like I was more comfortable, believed in my coaching, my training that went on. It was a hard training camp. Not too many people know that, the week before, nationals, I had gotten into a car accident. So yeah, going into that, having that on my mind, but just staying mentally locked in, having boxing the first thing on my mind, the last thing on my mind when I go to sleep, because of course you got to fight all week. That's a tough task to have on yourself, and just believing in my skills and my ability, and doing what I said I was going to do. The whole week before nationals, I was telling my coach and my teammates I want that number 1 spot. Even got to the championship, came up short, but definitely left my mark.
Yeah.
Definitely lock your mind. I didn't even know that, man. I'm glad you said that. Like
Yeah,
you said,
me neither. That's crazy.
right. But guess what, Kiki? You only get information like this on a Live with Life and Lou show. So if you in here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Hey, Drew, I'm about to start charging them, Drew. I'm about to start charging them for this type of information, man. But no,
well, the way you fought, you never would have been able to tell it. So, you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because you did a hell of a job while you were there, even though you didn't, get the championship, but you still did a hell of a job. So Coach Drew, you said I saw that you had mentioned that Keith entered the USA Boxing National Tournament without a name or a rank, but he left with both, and he put in the hard work and dedication. How does that make you feel as a coach, and what is it like training someone like Keith?
I kind of expected Keith to do well in the tournament. Of course, I wanted him to win the tournament. He's been so active in the last 2.5 years. Like Keith said, he went to his first tournament last year in the Golden Gloves, and I didn't go to that, but the feedback I got, the people that I sent him with feel that he really won that. So it was basically a learning experience for him. As he had told you, the first time was different. So the second time around, he kind of know how to deal with that situation. Extremely proud of Keith, because not taking away from anybody winning nationals. Anybody, like we had a lot of kids winning nationals, but some kids didn't have to fight 5 days straight.
That's tough.
Straight elite. It's a different type of competition compared to 9 and 10 and stuff like that. So for him to do what he did, I'm extremely proud of him. I know the sky's the limit for him. I just expect his skills to go just to keep elevating. Like, he worked hard, he's quiet, he's not gonna say too much. He get a lot of response from his teammates. His teammates was really supporting him. That's kind of like his backbone, his teammates, and his mom and dad. That's his support system, his aunts and stuff like that. So I think the sky's the limit for Keith. And I also think that for the short period of time that he got that many fights, he's way ahead of the game. So a lot of times might have had that many fights. They might have been fighting 8 years or 7 years. So he has a lot of fights in a short period of time. So he's been very active, right? So of course I want him to win them all, but I'm just happy that he made it that far, that they recognize that the hard work that he has been put in for the last 2.5 years. I'm just proud of him.
Absolutely.
Keith, you 21, Keith?
22.
22. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. For me, I love when a fighter is on the cusp of doing great things, because we get the front row seat. We get to see y'all all the time. So I really feel like I'm privileged, Drew. You know what I'm saying? I need to be paying y'all to have y'all on the show, because these journeys it just speaks volumes, man. My question to Keith is, What are some of the lessons you learned from fighting in the tournament, like the nationals? What was that? What was that? Like?
I say the biggest lesson is never having self doubt in yourself. Of course, like as Drew would say, it's 95% mental, and it really is. Fighting 5 days, that's a lot on the person. You know, that could take a toll on you. And you gotta have boxing the first thing on your mind and the last thing on your mind. Like waking up, it'll be the first thing on your mind because you gotta go to weigh-ins, gotta go pre-scale, and then go ahead in the bed. I was watching fights, some of his fights, some of my teammates' fights. Just having that thing, the last thing on my mind. So when I wake up, it's the first thing on my mind, and be ready to lock in.
That's right. You hear that, Kiki? He said locked in. That's what I like to hear. I'm gonna drink some water on that one. I like that.
And Keith is always locked in.
That whole week really surprised me. I ain't listening to no music.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. You was focused.
I was definitely focused. Definitely focused.
So, Coach Drew, you had mentioned before, that Keith had took some time off after his first fight, I think, with you at like 12 years old. But he promised he'd be back at 19, right? And did you expect to see him again, or that he be back? And it's been like 2.5 years now, and he's up at this level. Did you expect him to be like this, or to come back?
Well, I definitely expected him to be back because he stayed in contact with me and he was bugging me. So I knew he was back.
Oh man, I love it, man. He was like, he was blowing you up, Drew.
Yeah, coach, I'm coming back when I get 19. I'm gonna get my car and I'm coming back. I'm telling you, I'm like, man, if he don't stop texting me, no, he did. But he did everything. He did everything he said he was gonna do. So when he did his part, so I had to do my part, and I told him if he come back, I'm gonna make sure I push him. So that's why I pushed him so fast, as far as to get the numbers, because I wouldn't be a man I am if I didn't do my part. What I told him I was going to do. When he did his part, he stayed in touch. He did drills. Everything I sent him, he did it. And I mean, so I had to do it. I had to push him like that's why I put my foot on the pedal with him, because he did what he said he was going to do. So I had to do what I told him I was going to do.
That's right.
That's right. I love that, Drew. You figured, hey man, this man was a man of his word, so I don't have no choice but to do what I need to do to make sure he gets what he needs to get to be where he is now. He's only the number 2 amateur in the country at the 165 division. I mean, come on, you don't just make this stuff up, man. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for coming on, man. These stories just keep on going and going and going. My question to Keith is, you taking that time away, right? What did you learn about yourself, and what brought you back?
I want to say the mostly thing that I learned about myself is I really got a love for the sport. Taking that time off, I feel like it really hurt me because I could have been in a different position that I'm in now. But Coach Drew will always say things happen for a reason. So staying in contact with him through them years showed me that it's a chance that my career can still happen. So just being in contact and saying everything I said I was going to do, and then finally coming back. The first couple months was stressful, man. So stressful, coming back in there with them hitters, my teammates. So it was real stressful, man. But eventually, skills came back, and then big part on him. One thing about Drew, he'll really turn you into a believer. Even though them first months back, my skills were slow to get back, but he kept telling me, like, believe in your skills. They'll come back. You just gotta see it. It'll take some time. So big shout outs to him.
That's important too, that you have somebody like that in your corner. So Definitely. That's good. Yeah. So my next question, Keith, what is it like being a part of the TTG family and being coached by Andrew Council?
It's a beautiful thing. At first, it was just me and him. Now it's a bunch of us. Being a part of that family, it's a great family. During that week, the the week of the tournament, they was blowing my phone up like, it's your time. All eyes on you. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay confident, listening to what Drew telling you, man. You got this. Shout out to Trayvon and Wayne. They kept telling me in the back of my head that how 2025 will start. It all depends on you and how you take off in this tournament. So big shout outs to them. And they was the first ones I met up with the night of the loss. You know, they picked my head up, you know, made me happy in my spirits of what I had done throughout the tournament. So I love all my brothers, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. He ain't lying. I'm gonna tell y'all, you guys are like a close knit family, man. Like the Live with Light Skin Lou show had pulled up at the Triple Threat Gym a couple of months ago. You know, we be on our tours and stuff, and we just, you know, Andrew Council and the Triple Threat Gym, they granted us unlimited access up there. And I was able to interview Keith Saunders Jr. in the ring. Go look it up on our Instagram page, you know. And I was able to see how close you guys are, man. So my question to you is, Keith, what is it like talk about the brotherhood, and what is it like being around future world champions, multiple future world champions?
Yes, very much multiple. But it's a great feeling. I feel like it's really a true brotherhood. Like we all got a love for each other. When one feel a loss, we all feel a loss, you know. And when one down, we all there to pick each other up. And it's good to work around people who put in that same grind that you put in. As Trayvon would say, put in that pain, you know. So
I like that.
Putting in that work, you know, with other great athletes that push you to be better. Some days you might go in there and they might put their work on you, you know. So then you might gotta get it back. But it's good to be around talent like that because it only allows you to push yourself and be where they want to be at or be even better.
That's right.
That's right. We don't get no better than that. Kiki, you hear that? We getting all this stuff today, man. We've been gone. Look, let me tell y'all, we've been gone for 3 months, y'all. So if y'all just getting in here, hit that like button, man. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Me and Kiki was like, damn, how we gonna come out? You know, who we gonna get? We know you want to come back with a splash. And guess what? Andrew Council hit us up, man. Just like that. And was like, look, we need this, we need that. Boom. Granted. So guess what, y'all? Triple Threat Gym is in the building.
I wanted to ask you, Keith, what would you say has been your most memorable moment so far in your amateur career?
I'm glad you asked that question. I want to say I have a lot of them, but I want to say the most. I want to say semifinals of the national tournament. That was my first day I was facing like adversity. I faced the number 2 seed. I sprained my right hand. So going into that fight, I was just staying mentally locked in. Drew was telling me, you know, pain is just temporary. A win lasts forever. So, you know, keeping that in my head. And the first round, I lost. I lost the first round. Came back to the corner, and Drew was like, "You heard that, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, believe in yourself. He told me, he was like, "You got this. Don't let this slip away from your fingers. But just believe in yourself." And I looked in his eyes and I told him, "All right, I got him." And I went and got them last 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
I like that.
Yeah.
What would you say was your biggest accomplishment?
Biggest accomplishment, I want to say making it to the National Golden Gloves. People don't know it took me 3 times to get it. 3 times. When I finally got it, I was like, "Woo, yes, finally got it." So I'll probably say making it to that stage.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's Kiki. That's top notch stuff, man. That national. That's the best of the best.
Yeah,
you know, you don't get no ducks in the nationals, man. It's like everybody out there, and Drew, you know, you understand this. Everybody in the nationals has been somewhere and has made damage, and they are the best of the best. So it don't get no better than that. So I'm gonna follow up with like you asked Keith's biggest accomplishment. I'm gonna ask Drew, what's your biggest accomplishment as a coach? I ain't never see Drew wordless or stuck on his spot.
That's a tough one. To be honest, I think my biggest accomplishment as a coach right now, to be honest, is to being able to keep all of them together, keep all humble, keep all of them on a straight path, keeping all of them believing that they're going to make it. Their own path is different. So to have multiple guys, I have to deal with all of them different. They all have their own different personalities. So I relate to all of them different. So me able to relate to all of them in a different way, to push that button in each one of them, I think that's my biggest accomplishment, because I had to really think about the way I talk to Keith, Trey, Dave, Trayvon, Day, Eric, all of them different. So I had a different button in each one of them to get the best out of them. So I think that kind of like, yeah, my biggest accomplishment.
Yeah. Hey, Drew. Hey, Kiki, I'm gonna double up with this question because Drew, I concur with what you say, because you got a lot of personalities up there. You got Sugar Wayne.
Yeah.
You got the Bricklayer.
Yeah.
You got Keith Saunders Jr. Of course, he's on the show right here to our right, to my left. You got Trayvon Marshall. You got the Body Snatcher, and all these guys got different personalities. But whenever you guys see you guys out at the fight, or if it come to your fights, everything is always together. So, man, definitely, I concur with you. Hey, Drew. Yeah. Even though you're an Eagles fan, I agree with you, man. I agree with you on that, champ.
Oh man. One thing about them, though, they gonna support each other, and I love to see it, like you were saying at the fights. Every time we go to the fights and one of them is fighting, you always see the rest of the crew there supporting them. Yeah. Even if it's not all of them, you see most of them.
For sure. I feel like as a team, we are our biggest critic. Like we know how much work we put in the gym. So if something not looking right on fight night, and we come back to the locker room or come back to the gym, like you will hear from us and each other. You know, like you should have done this, that, and the third, or you know the work you get, and you should be able to put this out when you go into the ring. So I could definitely attend to that.
Yeah, I think our support system is real good. I have some good men behind me that a lot of times I'm not gonna really see them, but I have some good men behind me that actually talk to my fighters a lot and give them support and stuff like that. So you see me as a coach, but I actually had like 4 other guys that's really being their ear also too. Yeah.
That's good. That
takes a village.
I know sometimes you get fights that might happen on the same day, and you can't be in one place at one time.
Yeah.
We got September the 14th. Hey, look, let me tell y'all, man. September the 14th, Keith, I was, man. You know, Sugar Wayne had his fight at the Uptown, right? What was the name of the place, Kiki?
The Hook Hall.
The Hook Hall, yes. And I was torn, Keith, man, because you know
we had our tickets.
Yes, we had already bought our tickets to see Wayne fight. And I remember Kiki was like, damn, I wonder how Keith did. So we was checking everybody Instagram, seeing if they was putting something on there. So because we wanted to see how you did, and just wanted to see, you know, if you won, or just you know, tapping in, man, because that was a hard place for us, man. That really was, man.
Yeah, sometimes it hurt, you know, when you got to fight on the same day as your teammates. You know, sometimes you want to go and support them, but at the end of the day, you got to look at it as, you know, it's for both of you guys' future. So as long as you know, you guys putting in that work with each other every day, you both should come out on top.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Drew, I was gonna ask you, what are your 2025 plans or predictions for Keith and the rest of the TTG family?
Our plans for 25 is keep pushing harder. Everything is coming in place right now. Keith got the ranking. I got Dave and Trey actually fighting next week. Day was scheduled to fight next week too, but Pony pull out.
Oh man!
Fight this week, Pony pull out. Fighting this Saturday, so I got them two busy. Actually, Day we fight next week too. So basically, just keep pushing forward, right? Wayne and Stephon, both of them are scheduled to fight on March the 8th.
Yes.
What is it called, Keith? I think it's called the Hamilton Hotel.
The Hamilton Hotel in DC.
Hamilton Hotel. Just actually keeping the team busy. Just keep my whole team busy. Everything going well.
Yeah, that's right. They're gonna keep it going because I'm gonna tell y'all, man, we come to the fights and triple threat gymnast fight, you are bound to run into all of the cast members. This shit is like a movie. All the cast members, they like the Avengers. They just show up and be there for each other, and it's a beautiful thing, man. I love it.
Also, I want to say, Isaiah's coming back off his ankle injury, so he'll probably be back in action in probably like April or something like that. I forgot to say that too. So he'll be back in action too.
Okay, that'll be good to see him back. I'm glad he's able to come back. That's good.
Right.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've been in contact with him. You know, the Live of Light Skin Blue show. We like to reach out to the fighters because guess what, Drew, Keith, win, lose, or draw, you always got a spot with us, man. We don't like we just here. We want you guys to be able, like I said, win, lose, or draw. We here for y'all, and that's what we do over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So Keith, let me ask you this: what fighter inspires you the most? Like, you got a guy you like? You look to him like, man, he really inspired me to keep the train moving.
Keep the train moving. I'll probably say the time I was off. Personally, because I'd be so excited to watch him, I probably had to say Adrian Broner.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to say Adrian Broner. Sometimes to this day, I go back and watch his highlights, and this highlight tape, it just had me hyped. Like I'm trying to get in the ring. Like, what's up? You know? So I'll probably say him for sure.
The can man.
The can man. Anybody can get it. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
Oh man. Keith, do you ever have any thoughts about going pro anytime soon, or you want to just keep on going in the amateurs for a while, or it hasn't been any thought?
Going pro is always in the back of my head, but it's always what's best for me. Like if Drew tell me I got stay amateur another year, another 2 years, is what's best for me. He the blueprint for my career. He can see things ahead of time before I can see it. Of course, I could see a few things down the future, but he only knows what is directed for my path. Everything. Everybody in the gym path is going to be different. He'll always say some people might got to do this, that, and the third. Some people might got to do other things. So it's whatever he says, really, because he's the blueprint and the mastermind behind everyone's career in the gym. So
yeah, and he has y'all best interest
for sure, always.
So let me elaborate on that. That's funny y'all asked that. we actually talked about that today in the gym.
Wow.
We actually talked about that today because we got things mapped out already for Keith and Day and Dave and Trey. Dave and Trey got 3 fights lined up. Wayne Stephon got 2 lined up. So everything's kind of mapped out, and we just Keith and Day. And I was telling Keith that I really needed you to go through this Golden Glove to win this Golden Glove, because some fights, I'm gonna give you an example like Stephon and Wayne, right? They can sell a lot of tickets. Keith not in a position to sell a lot of tickets right now. So I need Keith to win something so I can use that as a bargaining tool.
Okay.
Everybody able to do that. So everybody's path is different. When I got like Trey and Dave, I don't have to really do nothing with them because they plugged in. So every path is a little bit different. So that's why I haven't turned Keith pro yet. That doesn't mean he's ready yet, because it's pros that 2-0, 3-0 that he's already beat right now.
Right.
But I do him a disservice to turn him pro, and I can't move him because he can't kick his, or I can't. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that fighter. So when I feel like they're in a great position, somebody gonna pick them up or do this and that for him, that's when I pull the trigger, letting them turn pro. He ain't not saying he's ready. It's just it's other verbals.
Right.
Yes. Yeah,
right.
That's why we're glad we got you on the show, man. Because guess what? I don't know how that stuff works, and that's why I look to guys like you, man. Who, you know what I'm saying, to just break it up. And like I said, you only get this type of information on the Live with Light Skin Lou show. I'm gonna keep on saying it, man.
But that's like Drew said before when he was on the show. Like that's why with his guys, he always they know everything that's going on. He'll sit down and talk to them and be real with them, or show them their contract, or do this or do that. It's nothing backdoor going on. He's always sitting with them and talking to them and explaining everything. So this thing here is another point to it. Like, hey, we did talk about that, and this is why, or this and that. And they understand that, and he talks to them. It's nothing, going on behind.
I think that's why they trust me so much, because Trayvon, Wayne, like even Stephon, I showed them something today. Somebody offered me a fight. I let them see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, because I don't hope I don't leave, ever go nowhere no time soon. Yeah. But in case I'm not around, they know what to look for. So they're an open book with me. I let them see everything, so they know what they worth, how they, you know what I'm saying? You never know. One day they might be, after their career, they decide they might want to stop coaching, so they'll have some. Have knowledge of that part of the game too.
That's right. That's right. Y'all here, man. Drew over here spitting facts, man. We getting it all. And like I said, if y'all just getting in here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. I'm checking the likes and I don't like what I see. Hit that like button, man. We ain't here getting it done today, man.
Hit that like button, y'all.
And if y'all have any questions, put them in the chat. Please put them in the chat. Y'all can ask questions too if you like.
That's right. I see my man Bink boxing in here. Josiah Giles in here. We got some people in here, man. They pulling up for Keith today. They didn't see that man work.
Support. But if you have any questions, put it in the chat. We'll definitely ask them for you.
That's right. But
let me say something real quick to the DMV fighters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think once all the DMV fighters and the coaches get together, I think DMV boxing will be back to where it should be and where it used to be when I was fighting. We need the coaches to get together and work a little bit more, right? We have all these young prospects coming up, but a lot of them not working together, right? You're not going to go that way, because you're not going to be able to get to the bag by skipping hard spawn sessions, skipping certain type of fights and stuff like that. So we got to get back to working together. That's the only way we're going to get back to. When I was fighting, we had all these world champions. We had like 5 world champions, maybe like 10 guys in the top 5 in the world. We don't have that no more, because there's too much of a separation going on right now.
That is facts.
Yeah.
That's facts right there. Yeah. Y'all could do so much in the area if y'all would just come together more. If people would just come together.
Facts. Willing to work, like we're willing to work together. I have an open policy with my gym. Anybody can come get some work at any time. I got a lot of coaches reaching out to me, asking for spawn and stuff like that.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, who it is? We got all weight classes. Don't matter.
Got them in all weight classes. I just ask any coach to reach out to me for work. Just don't get some work and get one day. Give me 2 days so I can schedule my week that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all heard that.
6 round minimum. 6 rounds or more. 6 rounds or more. We're not coming in here for 4 measly rounds. If you're doing 4 rounds, get out. We ain't doing that.
On that one.
Y'all heard it here first on the Live with Light Skin Loose show.
That's right. He said 6 rounds or better. 4, we out the door.
That's
what he said. 4, we out the door.
You might as well go to the gym and just get your regular workout in.
I love it, man. It don't get no better than this, man. Now, Drew, your 13-year boxing career, man. Like I said, I was a youngster following you guys. I remember your first fight at Lafronte Blue, and I think it was in Annapolis.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's when you had hey, let me tell you something, Keith. That's when we ain't had Instagram. You had, because I was one of the guys, they used to pay you like $5 to go and get a staple gun and staple that joint to the lamppost or the tree. They used to pay me $5
and all that.
Yes, that's how we knew about fights. I remember seeing that joint right there on Alabama Avenue. Drew first professional fight at the Lafronte Blue in Annapolis.
Yeah.
So y'all living in the world where it's no excuse for y'all to make it, Drew. They don't even know. You had to be around that way to know that Drew was fighting. And that's facts. So anybody, if y'all in here and y'all about 50, about my age, you can contest to that.
Yeah.
For real. But no, I want to touch on this, Drew. I want to
Wayne talking about let's go, Wayne.
Hey,
I thought you like the Giants, Wayne.
hey, nah, he saying that for Drew.
He said that for Drew, yeah, because they playing the Eagles. Special shout out to my man Sugar Wayne, man.
I'm taking it
And
off.
he got a hoodie on.
Hey Wayne, you are best, man. Special shout out to the ABF champ, man. Wayne is in the building. Come to check out his man Keith. But I'm gonna stay on this question right here. Drew, what are some of the important lessons you want to pass on to your fighters? Because like I said, you had a 13-year career, man. You fought the best. You've been in the trenches. So I just was curious of what some of the lessons you want to pass on to your fighters.
I just be I send my guys a lot of videos and stuff to watch, right? Let them know, man, that everything's not gonna be smooth. You're gonna have the roller coaster ride in the boxing game. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have it when things is going like a little bit slow for you. You're gonna have some doubt in your mind. Is it worth it? And stuff. You're gonna have times like that. But you gotta stick through them hard times. Them hard times not gonna always be there, right? And once they get past that part of understand everything ain't gonna go smooth like that, you're gonna have a roller coaster ride. Everything gonna work out at the end. You just gotta have a little bit of patience and you gotta believe in yourself, because a lot of time it's just God testing you to see how bad you really want it. Even if you worth it, like you might not be worth it right then and there. That's why it might take a little bit longer for you to get there.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lesson right there, man. I love that. DeMar Nicholson just checking the building. What's up, champ?
Yeah, I saw him pop up there.
So Keith, what's next for you? I know you got the I guess it would be the local Golden Gloves coming. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Local Golden Gloves. I believe we go sign up this weekend. So I got that looking forward to right now. Should be getting back sparring by next week. So ready for that.
Okay. What should we expect, man? I mean, you got to think. You learned something from the last tournament. You're number 2 amateur in the country at the 165 division. I'm going to keep on pushing that for the people who just checked in. Yeah, the number 2 amateur at the 160-pound division. Number 2 in the country. They don't get no better than that. I'm going to keep on running it in the ground, so please forgive me.
Really, this tournament, just working harder, really, staying mentally locked in. Really, actually, I'm really trying to up my IQ level. As Drew says, your fights go on, your IQ should grow as well. So I'm really trying to like up my IQ level. Like sometimes when my teammates spawn, seeing what they not seeing and trying to pinpoint them areas, and then, when I get back in there, trying to see things myself before it even happened. Sometimes Drew would say you're supposed to see these things before it happened or see these things while it's happening. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it might be too late and then you done lost your chance. So just really trying to up my IQ level. But besides that, just working harder. I know he going to push me even more than he already pushed me now. So just working even more harder.
Yeah, Sugar Wayne just dropped the message right there. I got my glasses.
Yeah, he said he's beyond proud of you. You came a long way, and it's just the beginning.
Yes, sir, Brody.
Yes, sir, man. Me and Kiki, we be so excited. Hey, Drew, when we be leaving the fights, man, we just sit in the car for like 10 minutes and just be like, man, we just so locked in with y'all. We just be so proud of the young fighters who are just they're on the cusp of doing something great, and we right there for it, man. It don't get no better than that.
Every fight when we on our way home, because we gotta ride, it's a long way. We always sit in the car on the way home and just talk about the fights, and we just be so happy for everybody and excited and stuff like that. We like to see y'all, do good things, even if something happened and y'all lose. Like he said, we still support y'all. We still here. So we just love to see it, and we just always talk about it on the way home, about, what y'all did that night. Yeah. And Chris Glenn, the blueprint in here, he said, keep one of them ones.
That's right.
I am.
Chris Glenn is in the building. What's up, champ? He got a fight coming up. At the end of the show, Kiki gonna be announcing all the fights. So if y'all in here, y'all need to stay tuned, stay locked in with these fighters.
I got a list of all upcoming
Kiki got a
fights.
list. It's about 20 pages, and she gonna run all the
It's not
fights
20
that's
pages.
going on. Hey, Drew, she had to go to Kinko's to get a whole new paper.
Whatever. I got this one little card with all the fights on here. Everybody's name. I got one little card.
Yeah.
So, Keith, I got a couple more questions. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I'd be curious, right? What's your go-to song? Like, okay, every fighter has a moment where they like, man, I don't even want to go to the gym today. What's that song you listen to and be like, man, you know what? Let me get my ass up and get to this gym.
You know, it's crazy. In the morning time, I really don't listen to music.
Okay.
Yeah, during the morning time, I really don't listen to music. Sometimes it's just, I don't know. I just like a smooth sailing to practice, have my mind cleared. But a song that probably always have me turned up, it probably had to be like a No Savage or a G Herbo song. Mainly G Herbo. That's probably who I listen to the most. So I probably had to say one of his songs. I probably had to go with High Speed.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up, young fella, because I like See, that's one of the reasons I like following y'all, because y'all keep me up on the music. Like some artists, Drew, I don't even be knowing. I'd be like, what's his name again? Like, what's his name? Kiki Shy Glizzy. I said Young Glizzy.
I like Shy Glizzy.
Young Glizzy.
We called him Young Glizzy. I said, who is Young Glizzy?
Yeah, I really like G Herbo. Really, when it comes to my artists, I like storytelling. So big storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, man.
But that's good what you said. You don't listen to music sometimes, because sometimes I find that in the set of quietness, sometimes you can focus more when it's real quiet and different things like that. Some people use music. It depends on how you feeling at that time. But sometimes no music or just straight quietness is really, really good. You can like really dig deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I know most of the time if I'm going to the gym, I don't really have music playing. It's real quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Professor Mike is in here. He said he definitely see the growth from you, Keith. Keep going.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Professor Mike is in the building. He got a fight coming up. Kiki got him on the list too.
Yeah.
Main event. It's going down. So
Damon too. He got a fight March 8th.
That's
and
right.
He said he'll be through to work with y'all.
Okay then.
Yeah, but they say you can't do less than 5 rounds. You got to do more. You got to do 6, which is 6 rounds or more.
Do 6.
Nah. One thing about Damon, he gonna give you them rounds.
Damon. Yeah, when Damon come through, he give you good.
He give them rounds. Yeah, he give you them rounds.
Damon one on one. We need to be honest. We need more guys like him, to be honest, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's kind of like me, to be honest. Like, Damon be sparring you. His dad don't like it, though. He'll be sparring you. That's the same thing I do when they be sparring, which they don't like it, but I have to pinpoint certain mistakes and stuff while they spawn. I stop and say, look, Keith, you got to do this and you got to do that. Damon one of the ones, man, he's one of the real ones that we have. I wish we had more guys like him. He really will help the guys as they spawn. Then you got some people that be spawn you. They trying to tear your head off, right? So you really fighting. So I have a lot of respect for him.
That's right, Damon. You hear that?
Yeah, that's right. And I like the way you do that, Drew. Like it's in the moment. I need you to know that you need to keep your hands up in this point of the fight. They need to see it, because when you tell them afterwards, the moment is gone.
Yeah, the moment
is gone. So yeah, it's just like it's trial and error. And if you can't take that, guess what? You don't need to be fighting. Drew being they asses, y'all. We was dead. Drew don't be playing. Drew be like, look, can't do that shit again.
Yeah. Let me say, before I forget, the Keith had, I think what he got, 65, 63. I'm not for sure what the number is, Keith. So if you can correct me now, I don't really know the number.
Right.
But, okay, so when the tournament came up, the Golden Gloves last year, he didn't win it. I knew coming back around he was going to do good, because before the tournament, right, probably at least 40 of Keith fights been on the road, right? At least 5 fights Keith been on the road, right? And I also had already put Keith in there, probably about maybe 4 or 5 quote unquote ranked kids already. So that's how I knew he was ready. He didn't understand the process, what I was doing, but I let him fight ranked kids to see where he was at. And couple of them, he beat, but we fight him in hometown, so they got the decision.
Home cooking.
It kind of stained him, but he needed to feel that pain for him to grow. He didn't understand what I was doing, but he needed to feel that pain so he can grow. So he know, like, man, yeah, I lost 3-2. Man, that joint was close, but I feel like I really won, which he did, but we fought at home. But a lot of key fights have been on the road, and I did that on purpose because I was trying to make up ground, letting them know, man, that you gotta dig deep. Fighting at home sometimes, you feel like, oh, they're gonna give me the edge because I'm at home. I don't want him to be like that. I wanted to get the best out of him, right? Out of everything with a great record.
Yeah, the double up on that. I want to say when I lost the first night in the National Golden Gloves, I called him because I was in so much hurt. I feel like they just took it away from me. I had worked so hard. I feel like they took it away from me, and I knew that. I just prayed and was like, man, I just want a chance to show that I proved that I know I belong. And then so once the Nationals for 2024 came, I felt like it was my time to show that I belong.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I got one question.
You did a hell of a job.
Yeah, you did, man. You did. And you came back. You bounced back, like Drew said. You learned from the year before. You came back. You did better. Now you're the number 2 amateur at the 165 division in the country.
Elite.
Like I said, elite. That's right. Elite. Thank you for pointing that out, Keith, because that makes a difference. That makes a difference. Elite. That's the best of the best. My last question for Drew is, how rewarding is it as a trainer to see your fighters grow as a fighter and a man?
They go hand to hand. They go hand to hand. To see the growth factor of them growing at the same time as their age grow at the same time, like I said, they go hand to hand. It's very pleasing to me, right? And sometimes when they spawn each other, I'm gonna use Keith for an example. Sometimes he might not see his growth all the time because he might be spawning Trayvon, he might be spawning Stephon, stuff like that. So sometimes I got to bring him down a little bit and let him spar like some amateur like him. You know what I'm saying? So by me telling him that, he'll know exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes I might let him spar up, but I don't let him do it all the time because sometimes fighters have to see their growth. They don't want to feel like, damn, am I getting better? Might not see themselves getting better because you always spawn somebody way up here. You're not for growth. So sometimes you got to put them on the same playing field so they can see, like, oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good, because it's like, okay, I'm fighting on my level, and I advanced so much in this level from fighting at that top level. I like that. Yeah, Kiki, you got any more questions, Kiki? I know you empty your gun.
I think I emptied my gun. Emptied my gun.
Yeah, that Kiki, she got a double barrel, man. She be firing that joint randomly. I got one more. Yeah, I got one more.
You got some more? You said that was your last question?
No, I got one for Keith.
Okay.
Keith, where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years? I mean, I know that's a long way away, but the momentum that you have going, it's a great thing. So what do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years?
2-3 years. I'll probably say just probably getting my pro career started, being a fresh face on the scene. Trying to have to start all over again, wake the world up, make people know about me. So just getting my name on the scene. Really, not just me, and watching my brothers evolve. Some people, I mean, not some people, but my teammates are where I want to be at, now. So just watching them evolve, being with them every step of the way, and just evolving together, and being a great team at all aspects.
That's right. And guess what? We're going to be right there. I plan on taking this joint to the bingo. Hey, Drew, we're going to be 75, 80 years old, driving to the bingo game, talking about this moments right here when Keith Saunders won his first championship. You know what I'm saying? Don't get no better than that.
I interviewed him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're gonna have the long tube socks on, getting the Uber to the bingo game, and all that. We're gonna be right there, dog, for real.
Oh man, Keith, tell the people what's your social so they can find you. Your social media handle.
on Instagram, mbk.keith. Same for Twitter, and that's really about it.
Okay. And
right.
Drew?
I'm playing Andrew Council 16 on Instagram, Andrew Council 16 on Facebook.
Okay.
That's right. Keep it real simple. Any last words, Drew?
Man, yeah, everybody look out for my team. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. We're gonna shock some people with the dates we about to drop, with the shows we about to be on. We about to open up some eyes. They're gonna be like, whoa.
Well, look, I'm already like this. I'm already. Any last words, Keith?
Just be on the lookout for the Golden Gloves. Ready to work even harder, put on a more spectacular performance. Look out for my brothers next week. Trayvon, the Sniper Marshall, Dave the Body Snatcher with him out on Pro Box TV. And just look out for my team in general. It's supposed to be a big year for TTG3. We're gonna elevate and take off and show that we already know now, but that we one of them gyms in the area.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Guess what? Because I know me and Kiki was up there. It was a couple of months ago, but we felt the magnitude. I ain't gonna lie. When I walked out of there, shit, I wanted the glove up. Shit, the way they was wearing. I was like, damn, Drew, suit me up. I wanted to get some work in. You know what I'm saying? But no, real talk, gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys for coming through. Drew, thanks for reaching out. Thank you for always being accessible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not a given thing because, like you said, you guys got a lot going on. Always, you got multiple fighters, future world champions, and you're always a phone call away. Interviewing young guys like Keith Saunders Jr. on the cusp of doing something great. Thank you, Drew, for always being accessible. Keith, I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
From the time I interviewed you months ago at the gym, we've been following you real close. You didn't get the number 1 slot, but you got the number 2 slot. And just think about the little bit of time that you was able to get that. You went in with no name. You came out with your name and the number 2 ranking in the country at the elite. Like Kiki said, I got to write that down so I can remember. The elite. You know what I'm saying? So that's big, man. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you got anything you want to post or anything, if you beefing with somebody and you want to get it off your chest, dog, hit Kiki up, man. I host that thing. You know what I'm saying? You already know. But no, I'm proud of you, man.
Quick. I think what y'all doing, I think y'all gonna grow really fast because anybody that listen to y'all talk and speak, they know y'all don't have no bias towards any gym. Right? So fighters can see that and fighters can hear that by the questions that another person might ask. So when you have that type of love coming back from you like that, other people going to gravitate to you. They'd be willing to do interviews with you all the time. Because like people can read between when certain people ask questions, they bias towards this gym and that gym. So I am like that. I stay away from certain people because I'm not into the bias stuff. If you're going to be fair all the way around.
All the way around.
And people talk. So keep doing what y'all doing. I think y'all numbers going to shoot up like this because a lot of people be asking me about y'all, trying to reach out to y'all. I send them to y'all page and stuff like that. Keep doing what y'all doing. I think y'all gonna take off just like that.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Drew. Thank you. That means a lot.
I want to say appreciate y'all for having me. And that Lou, I ain't know your intro was that hard, bro. Your intro. Hey, your intro like that. I was like, dang, that joke like that, Lou. But I just want to say thank y'all for having me, man. Allowed me to tell my story. Not too many people know my story. It's still a lot to it. And the trials and tribulations that go with this. I also want to say that, man, whatever you're going through, just keep God first. Have faith. It's never too late to pursue what you want to pursue. And just keep God first.
That's right.
Wayne said, come get some work, boss man. You got to do 6 rounds.
I hope you're going to have the paramedics up there for the 6 rounds. I can't even get through 60 seconds.
Hey, look, you got to put them gloves to use you got in here.
Yeah, I'm slow to get back. I'm going to show them I used to have a little bit of hands, you know what I'm saying, coming up.
Okay,
yeah.
You got to remind them what your last name is, man.
Man, that Peterson name. Hey, they used to call me Chopper City, man. I'm trying to tell you, around Hey, Keith, they used to call me Chopper City, baby. But no, real talk, man. I really, really appreciate this interview. And I think this is going to be many, many more interviews coming down the pike. Ladies and gentlemen, put that cheeseburger and beer down. And y'all give a round of applause to Keith Saunders Jr. and Andrew Council. The triple threat gym was in the building. So I'm giving, it's still 16 people in here. I need them claps in the chat to send these guys off right, man. Thank you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future, man.
Appreciate it.
And after they log off, if y'all still on here, I'm gonna do a rundown of the upcoming fights. And the TTG got a lot of people on these cards too. So I'm gonna do a rundown of the fights, the upcoming fights. Give y'all information if you stay on here.
That's right. They need to stay on here because guess what? I'm telling you, man. Hey, Drew, these people, y'all got to stop getting on the wagon late. Get on right now. When these guys on the cusp of doing something great, they're going to be right there. You're going to be trying to get on the boat. They're going to be like, nah, man, we don't need no new friends, Joe. Get on the boat right now because this guy, young Keith Saunders Jr., y'all look in y'all rearview mirror because he is coming. He's the number 2 elite amateur in the country. Go do the math. Make sure y'all share this video because it helps this young guy get his name out there so they can go and do great things. So I'm giving y'all the responsibility. If you in here, share this video on your page. That's right.
I want to say, before I leave, go Rams. Go Rams. Go Rams.
Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew, let me tell you this. Like, I talk a lot of trash, right? But I'm a realist. Right here, I have the Eagles and the Ravens in the Super Bowl. That's what I got. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I know how to tune that out and get it real. I got the Eagles and the Ravens in the Super Bowl. That's what I got.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Because both of them got running backs. They'll be getting 4 or 5 yards for 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden, Drew, when you're in the 4th quarter and it's cold and that 250 pounds coming at you through that A gap, and you like this. and he just smooches you off. Saquon Barkley. Yeah. He could have had 200 yards last week. But guess what he did? He put the brakes on, so you know what? I'm gonna save myself for next week. When you got 2 running backs like that, those are home run hitters.
He's good. He is good.
That's right. So I look forward to seeing these games, man. Gentlemen, thanks again. And we will definitely be in contact with you guys, man.
Appreciate you.
And
Commanders.
Man, that's my coworker, Sarge. Sarge, go to sleep, man. You pass your bedtime. Go to sleep, man. But nah, thanks again, gentlemen, man. We'll see y'all in the future, man.
Thank y'all.
Good job.
All right, champ. Bye-bye. That's right, man. Y'all give it up again for Triple Threat. Jim was in
that
the
was good.
building.
That was real good. And it felt good to be back. Our first interview in 3 months?
That's right. And we were sitting up here trying to figure out how we're going to come back with a bang. We came back with a bang. This young guy, Keith Saunders, man, I can't say it enough. The number 2 amateur, elite amateur in the 165 division in the country. He didn't get the number 1 slot, but he got the number 2 slot. And he's, like he said, he's got another tournament coming up in February. Yeah. I feel sorry for his first opponent because.
And then if he's still in it for next year, shoot, he get that number 1 spot next year.
That's right.
But it don't even matter. So he number 2, like you said, it don't matter.
That's right.
But let me run down this upcoming. It's so many upcoming fights between this month and March, between Philly, Maryland, DC, New York. So you're bound to be able to catch a fight and get tickets. If you can't go, you can watch them streaming or on TV. So the first set of fights, I want to give a shout out to Greg Sharpshooter Outlaw. He is fighting this weekend, this Saturday in Philly, January 18th at the 2300 Arena. So if you want to go up there and support, or if and get some tickets, I'm sure you can hit him up, or the Outlaw Nation, or his mom to get tickets. Again, Greg Outlaw, Sharpshooter Outlaw, January 18th and Philly at the 2300 Arena. If you can't make it, it's going to be streamed on bxng.tv. And I think he's fighting for a belt too as well.
Yes, he
So
is.
he's fighting for a belt. Then you got January 24th on Pro Box in Florida. If you can't make there, it's always streaming on Pro Box. Then you got Ben Johnson. You got Jordan Roach, Dave Body Snatcher Whitmire from TTG, coached by Coach Drew. You got Trayvon the Sniper Marshall. So that's January 24th.
Yep.
Then you got on February 8th, you got another Pro Box that's in Texas.
Damn.
You got Ramon Cardenas on there, and you got, I think I said his last name right. I don't know. I always get him.
No, you hit it right. You hit it right.
Okay. Then you got Rihanna Rios from Team No Excuse. You got her on that card. That's February 8th, Pro Box. Then you got March 1st, the big one coming up in New York. You got Lamont Roach Jr. versus Tank. That's at the Barclays Center. If you can't make that, of course, you can watch it. You streaming on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. Who else fighting March 1st? You got another set of fight. I think Shaquille Daly is fighting on March 1st. I'm not sure what card, but I think he's fighting too. So I just want to mention that. March 1st. Then also March 1st, you got Ahmad Mohammed Jones, you got Mojo.
Man, Mojo.
Yeah, you got Mike Fox, you got Makai Phillips, Chris the Blueprint Glenn, you got Jeffrey Yu, Bazooka Joe Veazey, you got Casey Willard, Scrappy, Christian Vargas, better known as Scrappy. He making his pro debut. All those are on Merlin Live in at the casino. They on that card. And then so that's the same day as the big fight as March 1st, you know, Lamont Roach and Tank. But so you know, maybe you can make it to Merlin Live to see, you know, the others on that card. Then March 8th, you got at the in DC at the Hamilton Hotel, you got Dwayne Sugar Wayne Holmes Jr.
The ABF Super Bantamweight champ,
coached by Andrew Council. Then you got Stefan the Bricklayer Hops, also from TTG. And he's coached by Andrew Council. Then you got Devon, the best at Nicholson. He's on that card as well. So, I mean, Philly, Maryland, DC, New York, January to March, we doing the damn thing. All this talent on these cards. So, you know, y'all can support these young brothers in some type of way. If you can't get there, if you can't buy a ticket and get there, you can stream it. You could buy some of their merch. You know, it's something you could do to support them. So make sure you catch these young brothers. You can look them up on you know, their social medias handles. Also, make sure with this interview, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share it. You know, you can comment on it. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel if you haven't subscribed already. Make sure you're following us on our social media handles at Live with Light Skin Lou Show on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, but mostly we're on Instagram, and YouTube, and YouTube. Then you can check out our website, livewithlightskinlooshow.com. You know, get you some merch. We got there, like these sweatshirts we got on, any color. We got sweatshirts, we got t-shirts. So, you know, hit us up on there, you know, or just check out if you just want to scroll around on the website, do that. We're in the process of adding some more merch, some other types of things. Right now, we just have sweatshirts and t-shirts on there.
Yeah, we got some other stuff in the making. That's right.
Yeah, we got some more stuff in the making, but, you know, just continue to follow us. And we appreciate all the love and support that we always receive from everyone. Just continue, you know, to follow us. You know, if we don't have a show, we out there in the street. We somewhere, you know, pushing Live with Light Skin Lou Show and supporting everyone. So, you know, we appreciate y'all and we thank you.
That's right. That's right. Couldn't have said it no better.
Tonight too.
That's right. We want to thank everybody for coming in. We've been gone for 3 months and we are back. We are glad to see that you guys are still with us. We still got 14 people in here and we want to thank you guys for still sticking with us. Like I said, you know, we 3 months off. Now we're back and we're going to continue to give you guys interview after interview after interview. Kiki right now, I can see the wheel moving. She's already looking up the next guest, and we're gonna have
yeah
on the
for
show
next week, 8:30,
right. 8:30.
Wednesday.
That's right, Wednesday. Thank you guys. I almost forgot my saying, Kiki. Let me get my life together because you know
you got it written down.
yeah, I got it. I had to write it down, man. We want to thank you guys for coming through. We will see you guys next Wednesday at 8:30. Kiki gonna be posting on all our social media handles what we got and who's coming on. So stay tuned. Y'all know the saying: stay humble, stay hungry, and always live your life to the fullest. Because I promise you, tomorrow is not promised to you. Thank you guys again, and we will see you guys Wednesday at 8:30. We up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Nah, no profit. Yo, where you at? Where you at? My homie Lou on the mic. The mother hosts need to stop. They ain't doing it right. If you ain't turned in the loop, what you doing with your life? Conversation show shop, it ain't your usual night. We got athletes, entrepreneurs, even celebrities. Politicians discuss nationwide discrepancies. Hardcore tackling issues in our community. Spreading our knowledge, creating an opportunity. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou. Tune in live with light-skinned Lou.
Light-skinned Lou. Light-skinned Lou.